Welcome to Chalk and Cheese Podcast. One DJ, one comedian, and two other guys. Chalk and Cheese. Come on. Begging it. I got a dilemma here, yeah?
Russ.
This was sent in. I put a thing up on the Instagram yesterday and then this dilemma. And this
just some water.
This guy says...
Do you have
any more crisp?
Yeah, do you want some?
You know, little sweet malt. No.
Just
little piece.
Hold on, did you like those or these ones?
Thank you.
Oh, these are done.
Any thank you very much.
Alright, so here's the dilemma now, yeah? So I put it out on Instagram yesterday and this guy said, look, I'm 28 and my father is sick.
What?
I am 28 and my father is sick.
Oh, I thought you said the father of 6. Yeah. Is that Ross? Okay.
I volunteered to be a donor for his operation. During this process, I found that I wasn't a match.
Who's that? Is that a boy or is it a man or a woman?
I think it's a man. So he found that he wasn't a match for his father.
Ross Clark.
So whatever reason they done a DNA test and he found out he's not his dad.
Wow.
How does he deal with this? And he said I can't actually look at my mum right now. I can't even look at her.
Yeah.
That's what that's a madness. He found out when he's 28 at a time where his dad is in need and he wants to give everything because that man's clearly been a father to him.
Of course.
So
that's mad.
I mean,
he's gonna have to.
But what is the dilemma part of it though? Because the bottom line is he's not a match anyway. So
what do you mean? What's the dilemma?
No, I'm saying what's the dilemma part?
Bro, the dilemma is.
He's not.
What do I do? I've just found out that
his dad's not his dad.
Yeah, but he's saying, but there's nothing. I understand what Freddie's saying.
The guy said
he's saying what he's saying. What's he supposed to think of his mum, kind of thing? I think it's to do with the mum. Yeah, that's what I mean.
How do I deal with this?
Yeah, I think it's to do with the mum.
Yeah, that's my question. My question. When you say what the dilemma is it the dilemma towards the mum?
Bro, the dilemma must just be about his life. His whole life is a lie. His whole life is a lie. Everything.
His dad is still his dad.
Yes,
no,
that's
no,
not.
No, I get that his dad is, but his dad is not his biological
who's
dad.
his real dad?
Where does he get his? He might have this thing in like his gene. Where does he get this gene? Why do I look like this? Why do I talk like this? Yeah, who is my family?
Yeah, so,
who do I belong to?
So that is an argument there between him and his mum. That's a whole different thing.
But do you not
his
think?
Dad is still his dad.
Do you not think? No, I get what you're saying. The man that raised him will never lose his place as the man that raised him.
Of course.
The man that raised him, I would always respect and love him. Yeah, that's my dad. However, who am I? Where do I come from? What is my actual name?
Yeah,
if I'm taking on his name, who am I supposed to be?
You got to ask
have I ever linked my sister?
You got to talk to your mum.
You got to ask your mum some questions, man.
Yeah, your mum. That's
like mum.
Yeah, I think the responsibility goes back to the mum.
Yeah. Mum, I know which man beat you out and you ain't told me, blood.
Yeah, but what's mad is, it happens a lot, you know.
Yeah, come on.
It's happening right. There's people right now watching this.
But one thing I can say though, this is one thing. There's one thing I can say, which sometimes I feel like people are a bit harsh on women for not disclosing certain things. So, hear me out, because I can see. I'm saying, obviously, you're not going to try and flip it on me. Like, where did you find out one of your kids weren't your kids?
No, I don't blame them.
But this is this is the thing, yeah. Depending on circumstances, obviously, but sometimes, in her mind, it was, I'm in a relationship with this girl, and she might have linked this other guy once or twice. So now in her mind, right, it must be 85, 90% mine. Yeah, as opposed to his.
Quickly.
Now, she's supposed to say, after she gets pregnant, listen, this is what was happening. But I can see how easy it is for her to not say nothing. Especially when the baby comes out and the guy is like, oh my God, my baby. Oh, he looks like me. And do you understand? It's wrong. But I can understand why it happens. Because once you go down...
And he calls us like...
No, listen. Listen to me. I'm not saying it's right. You're not listening to me. It's completely wrong. But I understand how it can happen. I don't want to demonize women and say... Because, look, be honest with you.
Demonize them.
No, but hold on a second.
Dirty vitriol.
But all right, be honest.
Tell them.
How many...
Trying to be nice
to them. No, it's not that.
10K.
It's not
trying to get more.
I don't want to go down below 10K. No, don't leave me.
No more swipe up.
Ladies, don't leave me. Right. No, but this is the thing. All right, role reversed it. Let's all be honest. Roles reversed throughout your whole life. This is on your life expanse from when you were 14 up until now. Who in here could say that they probably wouldn't have got pregnant and wouldn't necessarily know who the dad was? Do you understand?
That's a mad question.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know
Hey,
who
what
the
are you
dad is.
saying is, yeah?
Do you understand what I'm saying? How man move?
I wouldn't know.
How man move?
I would
is
know.
very related to
I
your
just drop it
children.
on, man. Yeah,
I
it's
understand what you're
yours.
saying, yeah?
He's got your nose.
I understand what you're saying. So having an understanding. However, I understand a lot of things. Doesn't make them acceptable or right.
I'm not saying it's acceptable. I'm not saying it's acceptable.
But just understanding why someone, she might be fearful.
Mm-hmm.
She might be, that man, the dad, this brother might kill her. So I'm never going to say it because she might kill me.
Yeah.
So I get it. But however, that little you right now, he's 28.
He's in a problem.
And
It's a headache. It's a head fuck.
It's probably going to fuck up his whole equilibrium.
Yeah,
Of course it will.
Like,
It does.
his life, his life
Yeah.
feels like he's alive.
What else has she lied about?
Yeah,
I agree.
But
It's stressful.
who am I? That's the question. Who am I? You know when, like, imagine the dad is like, this youth's like fast, tall, dark, can do this, can do that, and the dad's different and
I'm sure.
just
I'm
different.
sure.
No,
Chris
like me.
is his dad.
What if the youth was sick in a couple of years' time?
Yeah.
Where does he go to? Who can help him?
That's why the mum
What about
should
what
say.
about if he's linked his sister?
That's what I said.
His cousin.
So I
What
said
about,
it's
you know what I'm
dirty.
saying? So
It's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong.
So she might have had to have, like, when your child hits a certain age, you might have to have a conversation with the child. If you're scared of the man or whatever, you might, but to hold that
But then
to
we
yourself,
don't know the
and
situation.
she must know.
But
we don't know the
this is the thing. You would have to be in her shoes, man. Because like what you said as well, and a bit of what everyone said. Imagine you did link some next man, yeah, and your actual real boyfriend is a nutter, yeah, and you link this next brother, and now you're pregnant. You can't go to your man and be like, you know what, but you're gonna have to, you know what I mean? You got to pick one of them. And it might be that you pick the one. Yeah, you might pick the one that is. Do you know what I'm saying?
To my friend.
Like that.
One Yardie
Some man, you can't have that conversation because they're gonna lick off your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It
So
happened to my friend.
that's
One
mad.
Yardie ting tell him she's breathing for him, and then he went to the hospital and that. And he, I can't remember, but I think he got a birth certificate. He saw that his name weren't even on it, and she was trying to lie to him and tell him that it's his.
Well,
But his name wasn't even on the birth certificate because
Well, you got to go
he's
to
not.
the-
No,
you got your DNA test, man.
I don't know. He checked something out, but he realised they weren't him, and he looked at her and said, "Yo, what's wrong with this?"
Yeah.
You know, she
And she would've kept it
scammed
up.
him. She might
Yeah,
meet him
yeah,
tonight
yeah.
and call him tomorrow. Yeah, that's like my pregnant.
Yeah, she would have kept that up. She would have kept it up as well.
People are fucked, man.
But I know that there's families. There are families, like, because the people think, like, people look at their granny and think, oh, my granny.
She was never.
The
She wasn't granny all the time.
Yeah, nah.
Granny used to be like you.
Yeah.
I know.
You understand?
I know.
Worse.
I know. My youths look like me more than I look like me.
But you see, the thing is, you got to understand this here, because this is, you see, us as men, yeah, we hang on to that. Looks like me. We hang on to that because that's our only form of, that's definitely my DNA test. However, it could be your brothers.
Yeah, but 6 is right.
It could be your brothers.
It's mad. Right, don't say that. Oh, that's good. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Some dads don't. You might, look, you're still a young man, you know. If you're,
Look at Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy's with his sons. Yeah.
You're right, chopping her secret at first, you know.
That sound wrong though.
You're chopping her secret at first.
Chris will do that. Chris will definitely grab his son's girl.
Of course. You weren't handling her properly, son. Yeah, I'm a DJ.
Come on,
Let me show you a midget for me.
Really come.
Cheers. I'll show you. But yeah, that's, to be honest, mate, I don't know what to tell you. I would just say, don't be angry and go there with an open mind, speak to your mum, and just talk about it.
I would also say, that one thing is not to blame yourself.
100.
Because a lot of the time you get caught up in a scenario where you think you kind of implode. And then you start to implode and blame yourself for all that's going wrong. So it's important that he doesn't blame himself for other people's actions.
He needs to give his mum a chance to explain, because sometimes when you hear someone's story, you look at them and you think, fucking hell, why? And then you hear their story and you actually think, okay, I can understand. Yeah, I can see. Because I've seen so much people and I think, wow, this girl's a dirty little Jezzy, you know. And then she tells me about her life story and it makes me feel sorry for her. Now I can see why you're dirty.
I used to get that all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
I feel sorry for them.
The dad might even
Captain
be
Save a Hole.
and said, like, you know what, don't tell him. I'm here, like, I know.
Yeah, but don't say nothing.
No, the dad don't know.
No, you'd be surprised how many.
No, but he, in this particular instance,
you know how many?
why would he try to ask him for a match?
No, he never said that. He said, "My dad is sick, and I want to."
Yeah, but
I volunteered to.
yeah, but
his dad might be in a coma. Who knows?
Yeah.
But another thing, listen. When some people are abused, and by men, like some dads abuse, and the mum knows.
Yeah, of course it is, man.
Some people know and just don't say nothing. They know.
Man.
Don't put it past people. Are fucked, bro. You got some.
Oh.
All right, listen. Look at this. Bit of a random thing. Look, guy, brother. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Just speak to your mum. Just be open and just try.
And don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself, man.
Did you see the thing about the young girl, the 18-year-old girl that left her baby
in the yard?
The baby died.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I didn't read the story. It was too sad, man. I couldn't read it, bro.
The girl, she says, the 18-year-old girl went out on her birthday, left her 18-month-old baby in the yard. Come back 6 days later, the baby dead. What the fuck?
That's mad.
How do you even
rationalize that?
No, but bro, she's not well, bro.
What do you think? The baby's gonna get up and make herself something?
That's what I'm saying.
She's
not well.
Probably going through pain.
She's not well.
Probably wanted it to die.
It's coming out now. There's some old footage of circulated of her sister a couple years ago, 4 years ago, whatever, when she was 14, on the train, like saying she's only 14. Like, she's out in Lincoln, man, and she's running away from home. So this girl, it looks like she's been happening.
She's in the system.
It's been happening. So this girl's, she's got something going on, and it's been happening.
She didn't want the baby.
It's so horrible that these things happen.
Do you know what? It's mad. I think about like when you were talking on your show, and I think about a lot of the things that I went through when I was in Kent, even abuse and all kinds of stuff that I went through when I was in care. And it's like when you look at these kind of things, sometimes you end up acting out things that you went through, and you don't even know that you're.
It's not even in your character, but you turn into this person.
And it's weird because like it's mad because I've known King for a long time.
Yeah.
But one thing that you said to me when we became mad close over the filming thing, and for me, one thing that made me kind of touched me was, like when someone hears shit about you but can't figure out why you're the way that you are, and it's not until you have a conversation you're like, raw. It kind of explains.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense why I've been the way that I've been all this time. But if you didn't know my history, you'd be thinking I'm just a fucking nutter.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 100%.
Because sometimes abusers become abused.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
My thing was
happens
mad.
a lot.
I was getting on mad for long, bro. And it's only when you sit down and break down the path that I went through, it kind of equates.
Bruv, oh shit. Do you know who I've been watching recently online? Marvin.
Hector.
No, Marvin something, bro.
Remember the funny eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Bruv. Bruv, you will know this guy, Marvin.
Some old school gang.
Fucking, but he's like your age.
But they're from different ends.
No, I'm not saying that, but he would have heard.
He might
Marvin.
mad. Wait.
No.
Where's he from?
Oh, them man, that pagans.
But he moved around a lot.
Northwest.
Hold on, wait.
Marvin one eye.
Marvin Hughes.
No, bro. This guy, his life story is fucking. No. Marvin Herbert.
Okay, yeah.
But his life story is mad. But when I'm listening to him, it's like I'm listening to like your story as well, bro. You need to. It's fucking.
So I'm writing my book come out next year, man.
You need to, but you have to write a book.
But I've already started writing it.
Okay.
I've already started writing it, man. But it's so mad that I don't even know where to I can't fit it in. Like I can't fit all my shit.
You have to do.
Over 45 of my brother's been killed off, I've had to hold him, man, them stomach head get lick off. But it's nuts. Really? I can't fit. I literally cannot fit.
You have to do it in like decades. Like this is what happened between 16 and 26.
You have to skip some things.
Yeah, but
like, some things it can't. You're not.
Summarize it.
Yeah. So I've started writing it, and the way I've started to do it is obviously I'm talking about the whole part in Kent when I was across the abuse, the racism, all that kind of shit. Then when I come to London, that's another whole era. We don't fit in. It's too much, bro. It's too much. Yeah. Like it's just way too much to fit into. Like,
but it's good though. It builds.
You know what I mean? But I'm glad that I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely.
I'm glad that I'm here.
Would you change anything in your life?
Nah, brother.
You man, would you change anything in your life?
I would.
It's maybe the person.
What would you change?
She was mad because the guy that's been through some terrible stuff won't change nothing because he's happy with where he is.
Yeah.
And the guy with the silver spoon had everything.
Yeah, little pussy.
But it's about perspective, though, isn't it?
Yeah, what would you change?
But
What would you change?
no, but watch this though.
You wouldn't be a chauffeur driver.
One.
You see, this is why you don't chat your business on this fucking podcast, you know. This is why you don't. Bro, I was 22, feeding my pick to them. What was you doing?
That's wanted. You can't get here.
Yeah, you want too much.
No.
That's what that is.
Okay, all the things I've been through, I'm glad I've been through them because it's made me where I am today and who I am today.
Yeah.
But saying that, if I could turn back time and change things, but end up where I am today,
What would it be?
I'd have kids when I was older.
Yeah.
That's the one
Do you know
thing.
what? The only thing that I would change.
Same kid,
Oh,
same
so now
everything.
Same thing, everything.
It's coming out now.
When I'm older.
No, the only thing that I would change, to be fair, the only thing that I would change is the relationship that I had with my mum.
Yeah.
Because like me and my mum was in beef. Not beef, but I didn't deal with her like my mum for many years.
Mm.
And then in the last 10 years, when I turned that around, like I didn't get to show her the love that I should have shown her.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? That hurt me a lot because
Yeah.
it wasn't until I was old my mum told me that she even loved me. Do you know what I mean? So then in the last however long, I could see her making an effort.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I was still, I turned it around. Do you know what I mean?
What was that? But can you change that? Because that, remember, being a child, that's not in your power.
Do you know what happened? When I came from Kent, it was a mad thing. Like, remember, I was a black person, I was a white person in a black body, like the film.
Yeah.
So black people didn't like me, you know. Black people didn't like me because I was into Ultravox and Duran and.
Imagine that.
Yeah. but I put billow cream in my hair was stiff like that.
I can't imagine
Just like Brian.
Big Freddy and
so black people didn't like me because I was like that. White people didn't like me because I was black. So I never had no friends. I used to go and sit in the playground and play with ants and beetles by myself. Everyone's running around mucking
Mad,
around.
bro.
So you was just like people were looking at it like the weird one.
But I was in the playground,
Yeah,
and
the
I
mad
never
one.
forget. This guy in classroom called me a monkey or something like that. So I battered him. He called his brother a bat. Him and his brother together. Do you know what I'm saying? I was mad.
Yeah.
And then I just realised that I was an outcast, bro. I was an outcast for long. And then I think I saw an MC chatting at a park, MCing doing his thing. And I remember thinking, wow, my man's got friends. Like, I need to get friends, innit? So I taught myself to rap and do music so people could like me.
Popular, yeah.
Just to be popular.
Yeah.
And then I got involved in the whole gang shit just so that people could like me, innit?
So it's just about being
Yeah, it's just about being liked.
So then,
Being accepted.
so your beginning, that's probably why you and your mum's relationship, because you being in care, that means you weren't with your parents. So you probably, when you come back,
Exactly.
you're gonna hold.
Yeah,
against them.
I lost the whole the formative years. The formative years are the first
7 years.
7 years. I never had none of that.
Yeah.
My white foster parents were my real parents as far as I was concerned.
Right.
And it's so mad that when my
Are they
mum-
still alive? Do you know?
No, they died when I was 13.
Oh,
and that
okay.
was another madness. When I got into a
Shit.
fight with a guy and that guy died. It was a madness.
Yeah, I
so
remember
madness.
saying, yeah.
But
After the fight,
Yeah.
but my team.
As I said, don't shut your mouth.
you know, I'm just.
But you run up him at the beginning of the podcast, yeah? You make everybody there get killed off, yeah? Live podcast, 3 members get murdered off. Man killed me just because I like Ceesix.
And he killed him because
Yeah, but like, it's
Wow.
yeah, but
Nice.
like.
Well, go on.
I'm joking.
I wouldn't change anything because you know what? To be honest, I've had a fantastic life. My parents were fantastic. Like my dad is like.
You're king.
My dad is a fucking fantastic influence on me. He showed me so much things, taught me so much things.
I know. You
My dad
always
showed
speak.
me
You
the way,
always
like,
speak
listen,
highly of your dad.
my dad,
Always.
My dad. I tell you something. I never had to be I never had to do no role. Never had to do nothing because I've always known respect. My dad's name is Certy, so we'd go places and I'd always get a blight. I'd go places and I've seen. My dad did all of that. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Not like one of the people that I've done it. You don't have to do it. So I don't have to idolize that shit.
See,
and
that's
my mum,
Yeah.
my mum's fantastic because she did road. Then she turned her whole life around and become big things. They've made fantastic financial decisions. They've done so well. Like so, I'm blessed to have.
So
that.
he had a silver spoon.
No, it's not even a silver spoon. No, it's not a silver spoon. No, it is. It's proper upbringing. I was
Yeah,
But you see what you said there, right?
Foundation.
You see what you said there is why I work so hard. Because you see, when you talk to my kids, right, they talk how you talk about your dad, and that's what I want. I don't care about nothing else. Money. You know what? If my kids can talk about me the way you just spoke about your dad,
You win.
I'm
You won.
winning.
Yeah.
I'm winning, bro. Everything else is nice, but the way you just spoke about your father there. If my kids are with their people, them and say, right, my dad, I'm nice, bro. I don't care about nothing else.
Brother, listen. Like I could go. Like you used to have to make their name on the road to be able to enter certain places. I was entering them places just off of my affiliation. So I didn't have to even go down that road, and I could see everything that's happening. There's nothing that I've not been exposed to, so I don't need to go there. Listen, even things. When I was growing up, I phoned my dad when I first got my car and that. Dad, listen, I got a thing in Hendon. How do you get there? All right, drive through, yes sir, and then bus, yes sir. But Dad, I want to make oxtail. All right, cool. Do this and do that. It was my go-to. You get what I'm saying?
So can I ask then, yeah? Do you think, right? So I don't know if you want to talk about it on the podcast or not yet. Sorry, go on. I was only gonna ask him one question about his siblings. Yeah. So like, no, same subject. So with your brother, you said that your brother's like, right, he's a bit of a madman and whatever else. Do you feel that parenting skill helped him, or do you think that was just in your brother?
Everyone is different.
Yeah.
My brother, listen, as Freddie said earlier, the youths them in England want to be gang. Yeah. There are people that are going through shit. Don't get me wrong. There are people that live in hard life, you know, and have to go out there and survive and go after. But you see, there's enough men that want to do road. My brother wanted to do road. My brother joined every gang. He did everything. Like he moved to Northwest, started rolling with man from Stonebridge. My brother even at one stage rolled with triads. Triads are fucking Chinese.
Taking it too far. My man put masking tape on his eyes.
He's on crack.
I want to do this. I want to do this.
Don't make the triads then.
Who? Come after who? Who said anything about triads? I never mentioned them.
Racist.
I never mentioned them. Go on, Chris. Any regrets, Chris?
He wanted to do that. He wanted to do road. He didn't have to do road. But in everything, two youths from the same household, they usually go.
Of course, yeah. I hear you.
Me, I don't think I'll change anything, to be honest.
The size?
Yeah, I wouldn't have eaten too much. Because I would have changed my height, but if I would have drunk more nourishment.
No, but you wouldn't, because you are now who you are because of what you went through.
I would have. That's what I'm saying.
If you was that guy, I wish I was a
If you was a slim kid, I'd probably be.
Yeah.
You probably might not be fat enough, but you'd be a slim Chris.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the guy that you are.
Yeah.
So the person you are.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't change anything, to be honest.
Alright,
I probably would have wished I got maybe into comedy a bit quicker, or acting. Would have pursued my dream a bit.
That's a fair one.
That's probably that. That's about it.
But it's never too late.
It's never too late. No, of course not. My relationship with my dad. Nah, he was always a cunt. Fuck him.
No. Would you like to have changed it?
I would have loved to have changed it if he was willing to change, but he was an arsehole, so there's no point in even trying to change my relationship with someone that's not willing to change himself.
It's got to be.
I always wanted to talk to my dad, but my dad never had time for us. Do you get what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like there's any point talking to the guy. Plus, if I asked him to do anything, like show me something, even just a plaster, because he was a plaster and decorator, I said, yo, teach me how to plaster. Man used to bring me, the man used to bring me just to chip off the wallpaper.
Skippy job. Teaching you that.
And then I said, yo, teach me how to do it. Yeah, man, we are gonna buy an ark and we are gonna teach you.
Outside the house.
Man didn't teach me jack shit, blood. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe I felt that he felt like he would have, because my dad's a narcissist. So I thought that he felt that if I learned something more, I'll probably be better than him at it, and it would value him more as a man. So I think that's why he probably didn't teach me that. And he would come back home to my mum, Chris, know what I learned. What punk? You get what I'm saying?
All right, wait a second. So, is your dad still alive?
No, he did.
Oh, he died. Okay.
Yeah, he died a few years ago.
Okay. How did you feel about that?
Really? I swear, the last week. There was one day they were telling me to all go see him. Yeah. Go see your dad. My mum forced me. And then I finally saw him. When he said to me, it's good to see you, it made me cry. But I said to him, yo, I told him on his deathbed, I said, you ain't been a good dad to me. And as Jamaican, you said, yeah, but you know me proud. How? You ain't never once told me, bruv. You ain't told me nothing. I passed uni. I did everything right, and the only time you say something is if it was negative. You see what I'm saying? I passed uni, man didn't say one word. He didn't come to. He did nothing. I go to his house. Yeah, this is how I know he's a narcissist. So when he was dead, and we go and clean up his yard, what's on his wall? A big picture of me in my university thing. Only because he want to show off. Yeah, I might you that. I might you that.
But you know what, Chris? Can I just say, yeah? And I'm not. Because my dad was a little not as bad as yours.
Yeah,
but I grew up with my mum and dad, innit?
Yeah.
So did he?
Yeah, I grew up with both of them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he came in the yard. Bro, my dad
the way how you speak about him was like...
My dad was in the house every day. Imagine, that's why it got worse, because imagine seeing a man every day in your house and not being able to actually have a conversation. Do you know what we'd say to each other? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That was it. Never a conversation.
What was his relationship with his parents?
He hated his mum.
There you go.
He hated his mum, but that's why he was an arsehole in general.
Yeah.
But he loved his dad. He loved his dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he hated his mum, but he didn't need to. You know what it is? My dad just wanted 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You get what I'm saying? He wanted somewhere to stay and coach. Yeah, cause I know, say my mum can cook and all of this thing, but really he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So that showed in his actions, didn't it?
Yeah, he was just showing in his actions. He was a narcissist.
Do you know what's mad? Yeah, I find when you
It's worse when you're in the house with him
that's terrible
every day.
Yeah, because you're you've got all the opportunity to have a relationship.
Yeah. There's no excuse.
Every day.
There's no excuse.
Every day.
Because you can have some dads are like funny, a bit standoffish, a bit.
Yeah.
But they've all got this little relationship.
Yes, and they will still ask you something like, so how you doing at school? Something, never asked me one thing. See what I mean? So it's mad. It's crazy. Like when you really deep
Sure, it's your dad.
That's what I'm saying.
That's mad.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I used to.
That's mad.
Because I look exactly like my mum and dad. Nothing from my dad. I might need that DNA.
That's your dad.
Yeah, it's mad. But yeah, that's how my relationship was. So on the day when he that day I told him and that, like I thought, alright, let me just, cause I know he's gonna die, let me just spend a little bit of time with him.
Yeah.
I go away for a week. A man said something rude to my mum, and my mum's been there for him, and he's never. My mum don't even need to be, because they're actually not together now.
Yeah.
They ain't been together for about 10, 15 years. But she's still going to his hospital bed every day looking after him. And he turns around and he says something rude to her. And I thought, you know what, the man could just dead. Just go on. Go off this earth, blood. Because if you can't appreciate a woman like my mum, doing all these things, you're still being faced with, dead.
Big up Mama Savage.
So when he died,
respect Mama Savage.
I went to his funeral. I left early. I couldn't be asked.
Sad, man. Sad.
It's sad.
It's sad. You know what? You can't tell anyone how to feel. That's your relationship. And that's how your life has been.
You know what? It's mad, and I get what you're saying. When my mum passed away, right? It was a mad thing, brother.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand how I felt, and I looked at my brothers and sisters, and they were all in bits, and I was like in a different kind of bits, and I couldn't understand why I felt the way that I felt, innit? Like, I couldn't understand why I felt the way that I felt. And when I done a little bit of counselling, innit? And then the counselling guy, he said to me, the reason why you don't feel the same way as your brothers and sisters is because you've already done it. So I'm like, what are you talking about? It baffled me for ages. And then when my foster parents died,
Done that.
That's when you realised,
I had already done that.
Done that.
I had already lost my mum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mum, my biological mum, my foster parents were my
grieving.
yeah. So I'd done the grieving and I've lost my mum. So when my biological mum died, it was like I saw it more like I've lost someone that I love a lot, but in my head it wasn't my mum.
Like an auntie or something.
Yeah. So the pain levels and how it was mad. But bro, trust me, like I beat myself up for long because when my mum was sick, I'm like, I need to cry. Because I'm looking at myself like a monster.
There's something wrong with you.
All the things that I've done, all the shit I've done. I'm like, if I don't cry when my mum dies, I must be the stereotypical person.
No
that
empathy.
people look at me like,
Sociopath.
I'm asking, I need to be locked up or straight jacket.
No, but what the counsellor said was 100% spot on.
Yeah.
If you've gone through that emotion, as if it was your mum,
You've experienced it.
Yeah, I've done it.
That's it.
Your emotion's not new to you.
So it's like my dad died, and in a way, I know it's a mad thing, but where I was at that time in my life when I was just busting with all my characters, and that's when he died. I'm thinking, in a way, I'm glad I worked close to him. It's mad because I don't want to feel that pain.
It's attachment disorder.
Because I don't like the attachment, and I don't like. That's probably why I stay so far from people, because I don't like attachments, because I don't like pain.
You don't want to lose them.
Yeah, and I always think about my mum every day. Like, what if I wake up? Sometimes I'll have a mad dream that something's happened to him. I think about it because of her
That's
health.
the one person.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
that's the
you
one
know
person that
gonna
will fuck me
you
up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I'm so bang on her trying to be healthy because
Yeah.
it will fuck me up.
He's gonna. You know what he needs?
You need a child.
He needs a youth.
You need a child,
I
bro.
don't need a fucking child.
You need a
I wanna
fucking
see that
child,
get
bro.
fuck up as well.
No,
I don't want to
Chris,
see that child
Chris,
going through shit.
Chris, what I'm saying is, you might. It's not a thing that you want, but for the whole perspective and everything to change in you, that's something.
But I like not having attachments. It's great. It's fun.
No, but your
I can live my life
mum,
without
you've
stress.
linked so much love onto your mum that
It's a ball and
It's-
I'm gonna
no, but-
burst.
that's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah, but that's a
It's
mad
gonna burst.
So I need to spread my love more around.
Yeah, but just like
It's
not equally, but like
it's just something that your heart needs.
yeah.
You know what's really weird is that when you have a child, you buy them a goldfish to learn for them to learn.
I understand it.
What is that? Is it?
Yeah, brother.
That's how you're supposed to
I
start.
got the goldfish because I want.
kill off my goldfish.
That's what I mean.
You know, I kill off my. I kill off my goldfish because
So
I was
I'm saying-
fat. I was fat. I thought you needed all that food.
Yeah, they overeat and die, innit?
You overate.
God, that's so jerk.
birds or something, you get them pets so that they can understand loss. They get attached to the pet.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
You know, I didn't know what the reason was.
That's the
I
reason.
thought it was so you can learn how to care. Because
It's a bit of both, but it's also for them to. That's the first
To
time
have something
they
care about
experience
it
death.
and then it die.
Yeah,
That's why you get something with a short lifespan.
Yeah, yeah.
Where
So
they're
Yeah. And housefly. Yeah, I see your pet there. By Thursday, him dead. yeah. Just in the fly in the mirror like
It's cheap as well.
yeah. It's not cost me no money, no food,
There's
nothing.
nothing, man.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Now
But
you know. You have to buy. You
I buy
have
that.
you have to buy your little man.
kids.
Yeah,
We
you have
put
to
them
buy your
hamster,
little
yeah.
one
Put
a
them-
big fish now.
You know, we had a hamster called Shabba.
Ross, Ross.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's the hamster called Shabba Ranks, innit? This is a long time ago. Yeah, well, me a dancehall man, innit? So Shabba Ranks. But I didn't know these things were nocturnal, innit? So I got the thing, he's in the room, not doing nothing in the day. 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
What's it?
The
Yeah.
whole fucking house, the kids are bawling. I said, I'll just take it and fling it out the house. I just fling it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Fling it out.
No, you didn't.
I fling it out.
Hey, don't make white people listen
No,
to
I'm
this.
not saying fling it out.
You can
I
have
fling it
a lot
outside
of
the
them crying
yard.
enough.
I fling it outside the yard.
How
and then-
could you?
And then I took it back to the pet shop. I took it out the yard. I couldn't have it in the house.
I had a snake.
Yeah, and then
Did you?
a couple of years later, my daughter wanted a hamster again. So we bought another one, a lady one.
You never know.
Lady Shabba.
Yeah.
Right? Now, serious things, man. Serious things. We bought it for her. And the same thing, I don't know what made me think. 'Cause it was also a big one. That there's like midget one, then a big one. Same thing again. I said, we're not built for this. She wanted it gone. I wanted it gone. Everyone wanted it gone. So yeah, we took it back to the pet shop.
If I'd known you, then you could have given it to me. I could give it to my snake. I had a snake.
Yeah, the snake. Mad.
So you're a fucking nutter.
Yeah, my son had he had a bearded dragon.
Python.
A bearded dragon.
Yeah, the bearded dragon.
What's
My
that?
son had a little reptile.
Lizard, there's a lizard.
Yeah, lizard. Had a
Oh,
bearded
yeah.
dragon about this big, and yeah. But this is the thing about kids.
What
They
did
don't.
you buy?
He got it. He got it. I wasn't
You got
there.
like heated tank.
Yes, heated. Heated tank.
It's called a vivarium.
Yeah. They had a hamster as well. They killed the hamster. They're playing catch with it. They never realised,
Catch
innit?
it by his neck.
Yeah, but they were playing catch. One day I come downstairs, brother. Brother, no, I saw blood on the wall. Like Jackson Pollock come in and fucking done this with that.
Someone fling it out.
No, what they were playing catch with it and it dropped on the floor and died and there was blood coming out of it. But they were only like 3 years old, so they didn't realise.
carry on throwing
They pick it up and carried on throwing it. And then was looking at it like this. There's something coming like this rock cake. He's like dead, brother. I said, what did you not do? I don't know. What's happened to him? I said, he's dead.
Do you think they dealt with that very well?
They don't know. They still don't know. They still didn't know.
Nosebleed.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time and money. All right. So yeah, I think that's been a good episode. I'm trying to wrap it up. So your film is out. Just one more time. When is it out?
The film is out. It's out in America, the UK, US right now.
Yeah.
It comes to the UK. Depends on when this is dropping, man. But it's in the UK from the 26th.
Yeah. No, we'll be out.
We'll be out on Sunday.
Oh,
So
Sunday, man. So yeah, it's
25th.
out. Yeah, so it's out tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh,
So
wow.
Big up for that.
Big up for that.
Yeah,
But
man.
you know what I really want to hear though, just before we go, I want to hear you sing your favorite Duran Duran song.
Ross.
Duran. Can I do like Adam Ant-Man instead?
Yeah. I know what that. Go on.
Stand and deliver your money or your life.
Ben Robbins still, you know.
Stand and deliver.
You don't know that? How can you not know that? Hold on, wait. Ceesix, do you know that track?
No.
You never heard that? You know that Adam Ant when he had the wall thing under his eyes?
Give me that one. Prince Charming.
Nothing to be fair for. You never heard that?
He knows.
I know, me and him in the same age.
He had to listen.
How can you not know Adam Ant, bro? Don't piss me off, bro. I'll smash this. How can you not know Adam Ant, bro? Go.
Everyone knows Adam Ant.
Big man thing.
When you were growing up in Kent, did you know Super Cat?
Wow.
No, hold on.
Hell no.
All right, but you're supposed to know.
Yeah, you're from London.
Who said I didn't know Supercat?
So why do you know Adam and
Bruv, they were on the top of the pops, bruv. How can you know Adam Ant with the scars and he had on the black Admiral coat?
Yes.
Yeah.
But only listen when we watch
Adam Ant.
when we watch Top of the Pops, you watch it. Vanilla Ice comes on, you watch it. And then he comes off, you don't watch it no more. And you wait for...
No, man.
You see how and
Top of the Pops used to be banging back in the day. When I was growing up.
You know Madness then.
You don't watch anything.
You know Madness.
We know Madness.
You know Madness.
Yeah, he's very house. Because that's from the advert. I only know that from the advert.
For fuck's sake. But they're young. You lot are young. Do you know what?
I know Madness.
But you lot are like 10 years younger than us.
Yeah, that's what it
There's
is.
a 10-year gap. So I get why. It was standard.
Whatever.
See, this is
It weren't for you, Kane.
No, but
Kane, you grew up in the 80s Jamaican shit. You're not meant to know.
I knew about that, but I knew everything, brother.
Yeah,
You know what? Let me tell you
You're
something. This is
destined to live in Wales.
this is you lot, yeah. But you lot.
I wish I had your life.
No, but you lot grew up like. You lot grew up where you had choices of things, like you could choose what you wanted to watch.
we had no choice.
There's no choice, bruv. So Top of the Pops is on. Top of the Pops is on.
You gotta watch the whole team.
It's on.
There used to be a MC in it. So freestyle. I can freestyle. I kill every single one.
Okay,
Before we go, before a quick battle, I kill every single one.
Quick battle.
I'll go last.
You know, I'm not in, but you know
What?
I'm the ref, but what? The cameraman, you can do it from behind the camera.
Start with Kane.
Yeah, the cameraman.
No, I'll go
the
last.
cameraman is representing me.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Kane, you're first.
I'm at last.
Yeah,
I'm not going.
You're last. Alright, cool. Duran, you're first.
Right, Duran. Right now he's taking the piss, so I guess I've got to spit some bars and I've got to get at Chris. Listen, bro, you can't diss me. How can you on this show when you actually have the same size as my little toe?
Alright. I like that, Fred. But you see, the thing is dread. But you see your head? I'll lick that off. Left the wall red.
Alright. Come on, Chris, with your big buck teeth and your size 11 size foot and your size 11 feet. That's what I was supposed to say. Yeah. Edit that.
Let's get A1 to go.
But they're not supposed to see it, you know. I need to smell some bare weed so I can get high. Stay here. I'll probably come up with a better rap after this.
On the mic, I don't pet. Cause I say what I want without no regrets. By the end of the night, I have your respect. And my flow so gone, they cannot accept. But they don't know how I flex. Blacked out jeans, wet tees and night creps. Your girl so pissed, I'm not giving her no sex. Not getting that home, he's making her upset. But you ain't heard the best of me yet. Can it really match the tempo I set? I die, you man are totally no threat. Got a heart of a soldier flying his jet. And I'm drop bombs on your set. Relapse, yeah, I know that I get. Don't really care for the ends that you rep. Don't lie, that chain has put you in debt. And
Episode 94, Chalk and Cheese.
But hold on a second. That's for you though. That's him. You gotta do your bars.
I'm his manager.
Episode 94, done now.
Wicked.